Welcome back to my channel. In this video I wanted to share with you our homeschool activities that we've been doing for the past weeks. We've been learning about, we're still learning about communities because we've been doing that before for our social studies. If you're new to my channel, I want to let you know that we try to focus on one topic at a time. So we're doing a topic that's in social studies and we're not doing nature study. Even though we go outside nature, we explore every day. You cannot keep a child from learning about nature. But when I'm referring to focusing on the activities from the school that we do. So we've been doing about communities, specifically about communities in a city, because we already did about a neighborhood. And also I'm starting a little bit about mapping, so things that have to do with maps and everything else, math, language arts, and things like that. So I'm gonna start showing you the activities on the Workbox system. This is Bible, language arts, math, science or social study, music, art, and health, and then Spanish. These two drawers I'm not showing because we'll be doing these things, just not in the drawers. Social studies, we're using this book, Social Studies by for grade 1. She's 5 years old. She's supposed to be in kindergarten, but the things here are very well for her age or for her interest, and that's what we're doing. So I use the principles for that from that book, and then we do little worksheets, maybe 1 a day or 2 a day, whatever she feels like doing, we do that. And then some other worksheets that I found online. And you can see a map key. This one we haven't done it yet. This is communities, different types of communities that we can find. It can be in a town, a city, or the country, and then where we live when we live in a country, in the country. Although we are not far from the city, but we live in the country. And then shops in our town. She has to cut and then paste the signs for the shops and then draw what they sell in the shop, and then answer these questions using this map of the town. And then she's practicing handwriting here, and there are differences from a picture to a map. So she did that. And then math, we're doing this workbook because she finished the math part of the other workbook, and this one is too easy for her right now because although it's kindergarten, a lot of the things in this book she already knows, so we're just using the pages that we think that she still needs to learn, like this tracing she already knows, which she just did it, so she can practice a little more. And then we're gonna do measurements and then money, and I think that's all we're gonna do from this book. And then reading, language arts, we're doing the Alpha Phonics program for phonics or reading. And then for from this book she's starting on long sounds for the vowels, like long sounds vowels. Even though the Alpha Phonics program is not starting on that yet, she's ready for that. She knows blends, she knows the short sounds for the vowels already, and she's picking on the long sounds like that, like fast. So we're still gonna do the Alpha Phonics while we learn about the other things. It doesn't matter. She's ready for that, then she's ready. And then Bible, we did more about our fundamental beliefs, and I did this little activity for her with a blindfold and a mirror to represent the different things that the Bibles is compared to in their own Bible. The lamp, a mirror, a sword, a seed. We did a little activity with this and she loved it. And then for social studies, here's a wall. Like I said, we're doing a little bit about mapping. So we have the cardinal directions up there, a map of the United States, a little bit of decoration down here I did for her. These are just blocks, wooden blocks, and I just cut and paste little squares and shapes to make them look like a city, like buildings. This is my husband's, and she loves this. She will, use it to see what north is, south is, and that kind of stuff. Really fun for her. This is a puzzle of the map of the world, and then this little decoration I did for her. These are from her toys. Over here I have little language activities for words that, things that we'll find in a city. So we have city, community, noise, signs, stores, streets, town, neighborhood, people, cars, buildings, traffic, lights. Some of these words she doesn't know how to read yet, but I'll help her with that. And then we have chalks here, and then she'll write the words in this chalkboard and then erase them. So a little bit of sight words, I would say. And then over here I have I'm sorry, let me clarify something before I move on. Sight words are words that are not, kids cannot read it or can't be read phonetically. So some of the words here can be read phonetically, like city, or even community. And then some words can't be read phonetically, and those will be the sight words. So yes, I try to have my daughter read the words phonetically first, and then if she doesn't know how to read them, then we don't do them, or it might be a sight word, and then we do that. So I drew a map in this big sheet of paper. It's kind of like a map, and then we're gonna play with this, and then she's gonna make buildings, and she might be able to use those that I already made for her over there, or little houses or a tree. She can draw on them or use the blocks, and then we're gonna play with this. And then another activity that I have for her, this is from the social studies book, the Clearly Social Studies. They come with this transparencies that they can use. So in this case, you can see is a map, a neighborhood map. It has the streets, the street names, and a key. And then she'll look for the corresponding shapes for that map, and then she'll, place them wherever she wants them to be. So it can be a little building right here. You could have a tree next to that, And then there's some stores. It can be a house on the side like that. They have playgrounds, stores, little playgrounds. It has a school, pet shop, and stuff like that. And then there's a city map, and then a store where she can put toys in there and the prices. So she loved this activity. She have like almost half an hour playing with it. And then this activity I saw on Pinterest. I put some sand. I tried to dye the sand, color it with purple. It didn't work. I'm still working on that technique. And then she had to make this map. This is kind of like maps will be, like tribes. How tribes will use maps, like this. So different types of maps, and then she'll try to recreate them using her fingers, and recreate the map. So she loved this activity, especially because of the sand, right? And we talk about how people would make maps before they had papers and compasses and stuff like that. On the bottom here is a little activity about where we live. So I made this for her a long time ago when we started learning about where I live. My house, my town, my state, my country, my continent, my planet. And then on the back we write the name of the things, like Earth, my continent is America, my country is United States, and my state, my town, and my house is the address. And then for each one I pick an item. For my house, I have a house, my town, my country, my continent, my planet, then my state. This is from a puzzle. And then she recognized each one of them, and then we just talk about it just to remember what we learned in the past. Then I have a Melissa and Doug USA floor puzzle. I got this for free at the giveaway table from the co-op that we go to. This is the focused board that I have in front of her desk, and I have short sound, long sounds, vowels. Over here, practical life. I am trying to do this more interest-led than anything, because I try to teach her practical life things, specifically like that, in our practical life living, like with the things that we do every day. She'll learn something. So for the activities that I use on the shelf, I try to have activities that are mostly interest-led. Like in this case, when she got it cold and she had to take this herbal medicine. It's called echinacea. In case you don't know it, you want to find out about it. It's great for cold sores and stuff like that. And it had a dropper. And when she finished it, every time that she had to, drink this medicine, which is not a medicine, it's an herbal supplement, just to help her fight the cold virus. She would want to play with the dropper. And I'm like, if you really want to do it, she'll do it. She'll count the drops. There were 30 drops each time. And then when she was done with it, she's like, oh, I can't do it anymore. I'm like, yes, you can. So I made this activity for her so she can have fun with the dropper and learn a little bit also about, precision, patience, number. So I picked this little tray for painting. And then I wrote with dry erase markers different numbers on the side. And then she had to, put the amounts of drops in each section according to the number. So here's 1 drop, 4 drops, 8 drops. And I put water with green food coloring in there. And then a tiny sponge that I made for her in case she spilled something. This is another interest-led activity. She's so interested in these things, watching her daddy. So I got a bunch of, all different little tools that my husband uses. I have this tiny one so she can explore them. I have a lock she can open and close. These little things she can, she will take it apart, unscrew it, screw it back in, take the thing off. It was, just playing and pretending, and she did a lot of things, especially this one right here. I picked all this, I don't know how these things are called. I just, took them apart and I spread them on the table, and then she had to find the match. And it had different sizes, as you can tell, different size. You have to find the match for each one. She loved that. She really loved that. This is a language activity, but it's a Bible activity. And this is learning the books of the Old Testament and then the New Testament and put them in order. So this one says New Testament. Here are the books for the New Testament. And then here are the Old Testament books. And then she put them in order here. And then we did this together, of course. And then here are the specified the different books. Which ones are the gospel, which one are storybooks or stuff like that, like prophecy books. And she loved that. I just printed that out, put some Velcro on the back, and then use felt. That's it. These are long sound vowels activities that I made for her since she's shown me that she's ready. So we're moving on to this. I just used this little cards that I had, and I put some tape on the back and put them in the basket. And then in this container I have all kind of objects that has the sounds, like slice, she'll put in an I, cake, she'll put in an A, cube in the U, zebra in the E, and then cone in the cone, and all kind of different items and stuff that I found for her. She loved this activity so much, she did it like 3-4 times already. Then we kept practicing on telling time. I have this clock that I got for free at the giveaway table from the co-op group that we go to. So she can write time with the hands of the clock, and then she can write the time on the top here. So it can be 10, not like that, 10, 20, and then she had to use this to write the time, 10, 20. And then I didn't explain to her yet about AM, PM, but we have that in case we need them and want to use them. She loved this, and it's a magnetic board. So these are like magnets. Another activity that I made for her for math was this that she really loved as well. So she loved it. I made this little flags using pipe cleaners and then some Scotch tape here. And instead of writing, I saw this idea on Pinterest, and the idea simply had a number like 8, and then the kid would have to pick 8 beads and put them in here like so. But you know, she knows how to count already, so I decided to do addition instead, and 2 digits addition. So 12 plus 3, and then you have to put first 12 beads in, so it's a little bit of, you know, fine motor skill activity, and put 12 beads in, and then plus 3, and then she add 3 more. And I have them separated, like, let me show you here. So 7 plus 5, so she put 7 first, and she had like that. So 7 plus 5, and then she'll put them together to add them up. And then she'll say 1, 2, 3, and I'm like, no, you know that these are 7 already. And she's like, oh, that's right. So 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. And then she, you know, she'll practice counting on as well as addition. And then with the little marker right here, she would write the results on the back. So 12. That looks like 11, but that's a 2, like that. And she loved this activity. She really loved it. We had a little bit of art doing here with this puppets. Is a set that I got for her. We're keeping this needle, is so cool. Well, she took the puppets. I don't know where she put them. We did 2 of them with the socks puppets, and she loved them. We did this activity on Sunday, I believe. And then this other activity right here is a fun activity to practice her 5 cents. Oh, thank you. She heard me talking and she brought them so I can show it to you. So this is one puppet. This is the one that she made. And then this one, the one I made for fun. Let me think, this thing came off. So these are the puppets that we made, and we had so much fun playing with them. So this is to practice hearing. I mean, she can hear very well. It's just a fun activity, you know, to pay attention to sounds and, you know, reinforce her 5 senses. So I'll have these eggs laying down like this, and I fill them up with different objects, and then she has to basically match the 2 eggs that sounded the same. So, and then put it here, and then find the other one. Oh, here it is, right there, right next to it, like that. And then another one. Okay, that's not it. Oh, here it is. And oh my god, this one opened. And when she was all done, she would like open them up and make sure that they indeed have the same things inside. Like this one has coins and it has the same kinds and same amount of coins. I put some with rice, objects that are heavy or making only one sound and things like that, and she loved this activity. She did it many times. And then last but not least, I have a sensory bin for fun with her pre-primer Dolce words list. Like I said, we do phonic reading, but we also do some sight words. And these are the ones that JDA recommended to me a long time ago, and I really agree with the sight words here. Not all of them, because some of them are, you know, the words that can be read phonetically, but are the words that, you know, you come in contact, like high frequency words that you use all the time, like I, for, up, we, you know, things like that. So here's a little sheet mat that I made for her, and then make some rice, lentils, wild rice, flax seeds, some corn, and then I did this sidewards. I used the same printable and I cut them out and then I glued them on cardstock and laminate them with packing tape, and I hid them everywhere so she can search for them with the spatula or her hand and find a word and read it and say it, and then come over here and find it. Here it is, it. And then look for another word and read it and say blue. Where's blue? Over here. Match it. So this is the activity that I made for her using sidewords, and every week I'm going to start doing one activity for her sidewords. I have a bingo activities and so on. And then this my husband made for her. I wanted to buy one, but he wanted to have the experience with her of building one. This might not be as precise as the ones that you buy online, but it was a special activity for them to do together. So next year we can buy a new one and have a scale that's very precise, with the numbers and everything. But this was just more for fun and a nice activity for them, my husband and my daughter, to do together. So she's been playing with the rocks. She likes to collect and try to match the weights up and so on. So this is the activities for the week. I hope that you find it helpful, and if you have any questions, please let me know. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time. Bye bye.